Okay. Hello, everyone. I'd like to all and thank everyone for coming to KGAP Plus Day, but for Demo Day, hosted by ATL and Kehana Research Complex. I'm Makiko Tatsumi from Business Development Office of ATL. KGAP is a startup acceleration program organized by ATL. Following the success of batch 1, 2, 3, batch 4 started in last November. 13 startups from Japan and abroad were selected, worked hard on developing their business and finding partners. But due to COVID-19 difficult situation, it was challenging for all the startups and the mentors and we ATL. Yeah, everything run online. Today, we are so pleased to share what they've done for 3 months. Well, here is today's program. Let me show. Yeah. Yeah. Did you join session 1 in this morning? There were 196 participants, including speakers. Wow, big number. So we are very happy to be able to have this event with so many people. Have a session 2. Now I cannot check, but yeah, should be big numbers. Yes. Please stay with us until the end. Yeah, session 2. Yes, session 2. We'll start with a presentation about KGAP Plus, our program. And then we will have a talk about the New York City ecosystem from ERA, leading accelerator in New York City. And also, our great startup, so we'll give pitching to you from India, Israel, Finland. And also, we invite batch 3 award winners from India and Israel to this session. And then we will have the closing remarks from Director General of JETRO, our big supporter. Okay, yes. This event is co-hosted by our global partners, which are Israel Innovation Authority, National Research Council Canada, Confederation of Indian Industry, and Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator in New York, and METI, Ministry of Economic and Trade and Industries, Keizai Sangyo-sho, and JETRO. And also, this is a great collaboration by the Kansai ecosystem, by the Kyoto Prefecture, Kyoto City, Osaka Prefecture, Osaka City, Kyoto Prefecture, and Kobe City. Yeah, this is supported by RBC project. Yes. Yeah. And also, many cooperative organizations, HAC Osaka, Osaka Innovation Hub, Osaka Sangyo Kyoku, and Kyoto Chie no Mori, and Shinaga Business Club from Tokyo, and Kansai Israel Business Promotion Council, and UTEC, Tokyo University, and Charter Group, and and of course embassies from India, Canada, Israel, and Finland. And also our mentor organization give us great support. Thank you very much. All right, let's get started. The first part is the introduction of our acceleration program. The presenter is Dr. Hiroyuki Suzuki, Executive Vice President, Representative Director of ATL.
Okay, thank you, Maki, and thank you very much once again for joining this event today, and the startups also. I take coming 10 minutes to explain you about KGAP Plus Batch 4 demo day. Okay. The KGAP Plus is the acceleration program in Keihana Science City and composed of 3 parts. The first part is a local challenge. We select about 10 startups in local challenge held in our partner countries. And then we have main program held 3 months, last 3 months, and held twice a year in summer and winter, and carried out in a combination of online and offline. And we set a POC, or pilot testing, with Japanese companies, a hospital at the goal. And the selected 5 startups can access to our global partners in Barcelona and New York City via special program. So this KGAP Plus is made possible by the Global Innovation Collaboration Network we have constructed for the last 4 years. This includes more than 500 organizations, including 200 overseas organizations in 18 countries. And we have core partners in Barcelona, Israel, India, Canada, USA, New York. More specifically, we are working with public sectors in Barcelona, Barcelona Activa, in Israel, Israel Innovation Authority, and in Canada, National Research Council of Canada, and private sectors in India, a Confederation of Indian Industry, and ELA in New York. We are also working very closely with JETRO. Thank you very much for their cooperation. So what we are constructing is this type of 2-dimensional collaboration network acting Keihana Science City as a hub, and connect the network to the Japanese market and tech society. So we have finished batch 1, 2, 3 for the last 1.5 years, and we have totally 35 startups selected from 7 countries and cities, namely Barcelona, Canada, Hong Kong, India, Israel, Japan, and the USA, as listed here. These 35 startups can be classified into 12 fields of technology, such as robotics, IoT, smart devices, and construction technology and manufacturing. So it's device quite a lot. So achievement in KGAP Plus batch 1 to 3 is really great. We have succeeded in matching these 30 startups out of 35 startups with companies and a hospital listed here at the percentage of 86%. They're really a good number. So we started KGAP Plus this June and July. And as I mentioned, the KGAP Plus, of course, composed of 3 parts. We had first local challenge, so in October and November, in North America, for North America, India, Nordic, Estonia, Israel, and Japan. And we selected totally 13 startups from local challenge. And we started main program November 10th, and now finishing with a demo day held today in collaboration with Hack Osaka. And we will select maybe 5 startups for special program carried out by ELA in New York City. KGAP Plus Batch 4 is realized in collaboration with the Osaka, Kyoto, Hyogo, Kobe Consortium, which was selected as a global startup city under the Japanese Cabinet Office in July, and implemented with these Kansai prefectures and cities as our BC program supported by JETRO and METI. For KGAP Plus Batch 4, 13 startups are selected from 6 countries: Israel, Japan, India, USA, Canada, and Finland. This is a new participating country as depicted here. And these 13 startups can be classified into 8 fields of technology, such as healthcare, AI, and security. The diversity is also really good for Batch 4. So KGAP Batch 4 is run by management team coming from ATL, and also great mentors coming from various sectors, mainly in Kansai area and some from Tokyo area, in belonging to financial sectors and local governments, industries, and the law firms, and investing organizations. So we'd like to special thanks to their dedication for this program. Okay, results of KGAP Plus Batch 4 is also great, I believe. We have succeeded in 14 matching for 10 startups out of 13 startups, including 1 matching of an advisory contracts with the company and organizations written here at a percentage of 77%. Okay, thank you very much for your listening my presentation, and hope you enjoy this event. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Suzuki. All right, next, Mr. Murato Akiango, co-founder and managing director, Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator, ERA, a leading accelerator in New York City, will give a talk about New York City ecosystem to expansion business to New York City. But it's very midnight in New York City. So let's watch a video recording from session 1 this morning.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the very kind introduction. Before I get started, I would like to point out to your amazing accomplishments in building a global partnership. So big congratulations to Suzuki-san, you, Tatsumi-san, Nakajima-san, and Fujimoto-san. You have built a truly amazing global structure and program. So big congratulations. We are all very proud to be your partner with you working on this. So today, I would like to briefly talk about what happened in 2020. So mainly, 2020 was a record-breaking year. The record number of investments with $156 billion of VC money invested in the US, with $290 billion worth of exits and liquidity. And investors, institutional investors like VC funds in the US have raised $73 billion. So these were not the numbers that everybody expected. Most of the VC money invested in the US went to later stage rounds, later stage companies, and they went to existing portfolio companies for VC funds. There were fewer deals, but larger round sizes. And then early stage saw less investments and a drop. But the biggest worry in 2020 was, is there going to be liquidity? Are there going to be exits and acquisitions and IPOs? And now we have SPACs. But currently we have massive liquidity in the US market. And the outlook for 2021 is very, very positive because all the liquidity will end up back in VC funds and angel investors' accounts. So all that money will go back to startups. So I would like to introduce what we do. We are the most active early stage VC funds in New York City, and we also run the largest accelerator program. We invested in 226 startups since 2011. And our portfolio so far have raised more than $1 billion. They are worth around $4 billion, and we are currently running our 20th class. And actually, one of our portfolio companies is going public in the next couple of months at $1 billion+ valuation as well. So we run 2 programs a year. We invest $100,000 in each company. And we have a very strong support network for our investments. We have more than 500 mentors and corporate partners and venture partners and a large group of founders that help each other constantly. So this big network ends up helping our startups with everything from technology, marketing, sales, fundraising. So our mentors come from very large corporations, very successful companies. And in the process, we ended up investing in companies from around the world. Around 10% of our portfolio, more than 25 companies, come from other countries. So this actually made us realize there is huge potential globally, and we should invest in companies from anywhere in the world. So we started ERA Global in 2015 to run no equity programs in New York City to help successful global companies enter the US market. We've run so far 22 programs, and we helped around 128 global companies enter the US market. And obviously, we are very, very lucky to have KGAP Science City and ATR and NVCC as our partners. And tonight, we are very excited to meet your new class. We help global companies through multiple different programs, a short program and a longer program and a 3-month program. These all help the companies understand if they're a good match for the US market. And also we specify their go-to-market strategy, initial customer segment, pricing, and other things. So after ERA Global programs, startups understand if they should enter the US market. We actually have been around since 2007 as a community organization in New York City. We've been organizing free events for entrepreneurs and investors. So we organized more than 400 events so far. And to very quickly emphasize New York City, even with COVID, currently New York is still the 2nd largest venture capital market in the world. It's the biggest city in the US with the largest economy. And actually, if New York State were a country, a sovereign state, it would be the 12th the largest economy in the world. So New York is a great place for global companies to enter. It's also very condensed. It has the largest number of Fortune 500 companies. It has a lot of capital, and it has amazing talent. So here are some more facts about New York City. And currently, we are all doing great in New York City. And I think we will get back to normal, hopefully later this year. Current VC landscape, as I mentioned, 2020 was a record-breaking year. The most amount of money ever invested in 2020, $156 billion. Early stage was a little lower than expected. Currently, there's massive liquidity in the markets with IPOs, acquisitions, and also, obviously, the SPACs. We are seeing a lot of companies go public and create liquidity for investors through SPACs. And not just in New York, but across the US. If depending on like your preferences, there are other places obviously you can lend in the US. Here's some more data on these. Obviously, you know, Silicon Valley is a great place, but we believe that global startups will operate more efficiently in New York City because it's quite difficult to be visible in Silicon Valley. And quickly looking at the VC investments in Asia, around $80 billion were invested in Asia last year. And then looking at Europe, $46 billion invested last year. And looking at Africa, $1.43 billion were invested in Africa in 2020. It was down, but with the new African Free Trade Zone, we believe Africa will be a very fast-growing market. So I would love to tell you what we learned in the past 6 years about entering the US market. Very quick, some tips from global companies that went through our programs. So the first one is my favorite because I highly all Japanese startups to think global always. Do not limit yourselves to your local markets. Think globally in terms of customers, in terms of raising money, and in terms of exit markets. I think this is how you should start your company, by thinking globally. The second one is when you are expanding into other markets like the US market, you really must build a very strong team locally in your country. And then you should not manage two teams at the same time. You should focus on your next market. And obviously, some people will tell you to hire a salesperson in the US and let them do everything. It really does not work well that way. As the founders of the company, you must find the right go-to-market strategy and the right initial customer segment. So you must be on the feet. New York City is different from other places in the US. There's a culture about sharing and community, and it's an open community. At the same time, people are very direct. They tell you exactly what they think. So as a startup founder, you will benefit the most if you listen to everybody and if you are not easily, offended. Everyone is trying to be helpful. As I mentioned, New York City is very straightforward. And the other thing is, every culture is different. And globally, we've been working with amazing partners like KGAP Science City, as well as partners from South Korea, Taiwan, and Europe and South America. And when you come to the US, you should definitely be uncomfortable, do things that challenge you, and you should really get used to American way of stating things. For example, if you say, I think we are a Finnish company here, we work very closely with the Finnish government. Finnish people say pretty good. In the US, pretty good means not good. So you should say great in the US. So, and every day is really a lot of work. You will talk to many different people during our programs, many different mentors and customers and partners. It takes lots of energy. So you must really be determined to enter the US market. Otherwise, it will not be feasible. It will not happen. So we believe that a company with the potential to enter the US market must fully dedicate themselves and, going through a very intense program really would make progress very quickly without spending large amounts of time trying to meet customers and investors. So we are, again, very excited and lucky to be here. Thank you for inviting us. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing all the presentations from startups. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Murata-san. Yeah, great talk about ERA and the New York City ecosystem. Yeah, well, let's move on to pitching. Yes, main part. Yeah, let me introduce my MC partner, David Williams. He's the president and lead digital strategist of Global Digital Module. He's from Taiwan. Hi, David.
Hi there, Matthew. How are you?
Good.
Great to be back for our second session, and thank you for the introduction. Let me take over. So everybody, hi, my name is David Williams from Global Digital Mojo. Why am I here? Well, I've been involved with the KGAP program since the beginning. I'm very excited to see how the program has developed and to see over 40 companies come through the 4 batches, and really happy today that we can share with you new companies from batch 4, but also you're going to meet some of the winning companies from batch 3. So you'll get to see the work that was done by them. Now, we have a Q&A box. If you look down at your Zoom, you can see there's a Q&A area. Please feel free to write questions or comments during each presentation. And at the end of the presenter's time, I will pick out and read what I think are the most interesting questions. If there are many, I hope there are. And the presenter will have a chance to respond to them. We are first going to start with companies from India. And following India, we will have companies coming in from Israel and from Finland. And we're very happy that it's the first batch of companies where we have a company from Finland. So that's wonderful, wonderful to see. And it was interesting that Murat in his presentation commented about Finland's business culture. So let's get started. I'd like to welcome our first company from India. And they're going to be hopefully providing a very exciting start to our presentation session. I'd like to welcome Session2 to take over the podium and share their slides.
Thank you. Screen is visible to everyone. So good afternoon. I'm Gunjan Patel, founder and CEO of Session2. The unmet need solution, we called it physical therapy stethoscope. In India, estimated 32.5 million people with locomotion disability, orthopedic and neurological disorder. In Japan, 36 million people with elder age above 65. They're also having orthopedic and neurological disorder at some point of time. And in India, industry workforce 26% in industry, 32% in service sector. In Japan, 1/5 labor force of population working in the industry workplace. And all of them need a gait analysis and biomechanical movement analysis to reduce the injury and the physical therapy treatment. The present gait analysis require high degree of accuracy to take better therapy or surgical decisions. In current clinical setting, the method being used for gait analysis is observational study, where accuracy and precision of the gait study is a problem. Camera-based motion capture system study is accurate, but the cost of the installation and operation is very high. There are few installations available in India and across the world. Time-consuming process per test per user pay 2 to 3 times higher cost of the one CT scan imaging. So we at Session2 introducing a gait sense, which is motion capture wearable sensor patented technology. Sensor device to be connected at lower limb, hip, knee, and also can be connected to upper limb, shoulder or elbow joint. The product benefits, the quick results, high accurate, affordable, portable, increase the lab revenue, also improve the efficiency of the worker and the treatment. The data analytic reports which provide the biomechanical evidence report with more than 50 key parameters which help to understand the range of body motion, spatial temporal parameter, and eventually that helps to clinical decision making. Here we have present one recently we come up with one use case study, and then we would like introducing the first time is a Session2 wearable technology in industry workplace, revolutionizing that workplace at helps to prevent the manual handling injury and improve the efficiency of the productivity industry workers. Here you can see the box lifting up and lifting down. And in both the case, we see how we can prevent the injury across the industry workplace. Unique value proposition, 98% accurate, scientific validated, saves time 7x, also they reduce the cost. We also have an AIML report which we help to provide the best therapy and tracking and monitoring progress at the same time. The market size in India, we have $0.5 billion US, and from our primary market research, we consider people with locomotion disability and movement disorder, they spend average cost for physical therapy $15 to $20. Our business model is B2B. The source of revenue from selling a product. At the same time, we have a software subscription-based model where they can subscribe monthly or yearly based. Go to the market study. The target segment customer hospital clinics is the early stage, but we are also focusing on the industry, workplace, and the sports. The sales channel partner through direct or indirect channel, distributor or dealer. Also, we would like to have a collaboration with key opinion leader as a voice of the product and the reference lead generation. The traction of the product, we have done more than 200 user case study in India in various clinics and places. We also have early stage data validation and publication of the data. 2 pre-booking order from customers we will deliver in 2021. We have also executed a strategic partnership with partners in India. The Session2 team is competitive and diverse background. Core team has 8+ years of work experience in medical technology, IT, and manufacturing business. Worked at Samsung, L&T, Infosys, NXP, Indian MNC, and outside India. Myself having 9+ years of work experience in startup, medtech industry, education, MS from IIT Madras, biodesign fellow AIMS, and Hiroshima University. We have a technical advisor from IIT Madras, CMC Vellore, and we have industry expert in data analysis. We also have an early institution investor and business advisor from CII, IIM Ahmedabad. The milestone in 2020, we worked on a minimal viable product development. 2021, we are planning to have product certification and pilot manufacturing, and to launch the product in market. And in outside India and US or Japan market, we are targeting next year 2022 and scaling a business in India. We are inviting you to be part of our journey, Session2 product in 2021, and we are raising a fund at this stage. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you very much, Session2. A very exciting project, I think, which a product which has global opportunity. Now we have a question over here on the right-hand side. In Japan, there is a system called National Health Service. Is your product covered by such a system, or could be covered by such a system? And for hospital use, it is better to work under the national health insurance coverage so that citizens don't have to pay for the product, but it's covered by their health insurance. Any thoughts about that?
Thank you. Thank you. It's a good question. During the course of this, the last 3 to 4 months, what we have understood the same thing for in national health insurance. So at this stage, this product is not covered. We need to figure out what this regulatory as per Japan health ministry point of view, and if it's applicable to under the health insurance, then yes, then we will follow that path. But at this stage, this product is not covered under a national health insurance policy of the Japan country, and not either in India also. Okay, so maybe something to think about in the future. Yes. Okay, no more questions, I think, from the Q&A. No, we have a white screen there. Okay, well, thank you very much for the presentation, Session2. Thank you, ATR, and thank you, team, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And please do stay on the call in case any questions come in the Q&A box.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now let's move to our second company from India. This is KB Coles Sciences. And could the presenter please come onto the virtual stage and share their slides?
Gunjan, please. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes. Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Over to you.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Vaishali Kulkarni, and Our venture is called KGAP Sciences, and we are based in India, Pune. Our tagline includes coloring the world in a different way. So giving you the brief overview of our company, we mainly focus on natural colors, natural pigments which are extracted from small microbes or bacteria and their application in various fields. KGAP is leveraging a microbial process to produce sustainable natural colors. Basically, they are water insoluble colors. We make them water soluble through our technology. We are using non-GMO product and they have shown various good performance in various fields. So the changes we are doing in the conventional supply chain in dyeing industry, especially in the textile industry, is the raw material. Mostly in textile industry, synthetic colors or chemical colors are used. We are trying to change that solution by giving us them the natural colors. And the other change we are trying is in the wet processing. Normally in textile industry, they use lots of chemicals like mordants to fix the color on the fabric. We are trying to use as much as natural agents which we can to protect the environment. So as we all know, why today the dyeing is considered to be such a burning issue, because mostly chemical dyes, they come from petroleum resources. They are also carcinogenic, but also toxic to environment also. So there are stringent regulations coming up from various countries. So the only solution which we can think of to tackle this problem is to use natural colors. But when we talk natural colors, we either think of plant colors or animal colors. But plant colors or animal colors, they are not sustainable, though they come under natural category because they require large land to grow and their reproducibility of shade is an issue. Hence, flower pigments or vegetable pigments, they are not sustainable. So what solution is KGAP offering? KGAP is offering natural colors from small living organisms. As we know, colors are used almost in every sector. So we are exploring the rich Indian biodiversity. We are screening out various soil samples, air samples, water samples. Just a few milligrams of soil gives us millions of bacteria. We choose the bacteria of our interest. It has certain selection criteria, and then we develop its process, check whether it is pilot scalable or not. These are the actual images of our work. This technology can be scaled up to 1,000 liters and above. It's a scalable technology, and these colors can be grown in just 24 to 48 hours in a bioreactor. Though these colors come from living organisms, that is small microbes, the colors are in the powder form and they're completely bacteria-free products. So these are the shades right now which we have. We have just not produced these colors, but we have also shown its application in textile sector. Our technology is validated for the textile sector by 2 of the Indian companies, and we have checked its evaluation also against the textiles. So what impact can KGAP create with its technology is, here you can see our dye solution, and this is the solution after dyeing, and this is the dyeing fabric with this color. Here you see this is almost colorless solution, which is very rarely even not possible also with the chemical colors. So it's a big achievement on effluent, saving on the effluent treatment. You don't have to release the color water into the water bodies. That's a great thing. And also we require very less water consumption, and it's a less energy intensive process. And we do not use any heavy metals to stick our color on the fabric. So this is the impact KGAP can create in the textile industry. And we are very fortunate and thankful to KGAP Plus for giving us the opportunity for the pilot with the Ando company. Ando is based in Japan. So we have finalized our paid pilot in Japan with Ando Corporation, and the timeline is as shown in the slide. And this is just a representation image of Ando product, and we are going to give them our colors for their trials. So in market competition, are we alone? There are globally 6 companies who are on the same scale, and from India, yes, we are alone who are working on this idea. And our advantages include that the Southeast Asia is considered to be a dyeing hub, and we are not including any non-GMO product. So, and we are having multiple shades, including white also. So these are the few recognition and awards in the technological space which KB Calls has won. And we have recently completed our seed round from one of the top VC investors from India. And this is a team that brings innovation to this life. And I'm very glad that this is our team. And lastly, KB Calls is looking for collaboration with Japanese industries and partners for textile sectors, baby care products, even cosmetics. We are trying food and feed industries. So we would be happy to connect if anyone is interested in the technology to know further. Lastly, I would like to thank for giving me this opportunity to speak about my technology. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, KB Calls. Very happy to see you are in Pune. My company also has an office in Pune, so I know the city very well.
That's great to know. It's a great place to work.
Wonderful. So we have a question that's come up here. This is a question, but not a comment. Thank you for prefacing that. It would be good to promote more that your customers can contribute to sustainable development goals, SDGs. That's a good point.
Yes, sure. Yes. Yeah, we will include that also.
Yeah, I think that's a good message for your the vision of your company. Very good. Okay. Oh, one more question has come in. Thank you. Can KB Calls connect with SDGs from the UN, from the United Nations? I guess.
Yes. Yes, surely. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. I think we are finished. Which one? Maybe we can discuss that detail offline. Let's move on.
I'll answer in the chat, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful. So we finished the session there from India. Thank you to those two companies. We're now going to move swiftly to Israel. So could the Israeli companies get ready, please? And we're going to start with Castor Technologies.
Angeliki.
Great.
Wonderful.
Can you already see my screen? Okay.
Angelica,
hello, everybody.
Go ahead.
Go ahead?
Yeah.
Cool. Hello, everybody. I'm Angeliki Malizu, and I'm talking to you on behalf of a software company, Castor. What we do is to help manufacturers reduce cost, delivery time, and expand manufacturing possibilities through industrial 3D printing. And before I explain how we do that, I would like to talk a little bit about the technology. So industrial 3D printing is recognized by manufacturers, by the vast majority of manufacturers, as a way that will change the way the industry thinks and operates. Already 1/3 of manufacturers are using 3D printing for production. Well, this is a technology that many people have as top of mind for prototyping, but it has progressed far beyond that. Let me present a couple of examples and explain what I mean. Boeing, in its latest airplane release, the Boeing 777, has more than 300 3D printed parts in the engines. And this is a way for the company to reduce the weight of the aircraft. Volkswagen is using 3D printing for jigs, tools, and fixtures in the production line. This jig here would cost $800 to get usually from outsourcing to a supplier. They were able to produce it through 3D printing for $21. And while automotive and aerospace might be some top of mind examples of where 3D printing is used, you might be surprised to hear that Heineken, very, very well-known beer brewing company, is using 3D printing for spare parts and is able to get them 80% by saving 80% of the time. So why isn't every company, every manufacturer using 3D printing? 3D printing technology is progressing rapidly, and companies do not always have the in-house expertise and resources in order to identify which parts of their production and the components they produce are 3D printable. And this is where Castor comes in. Let me show you quickly how Castor works. So as you saw in the presentation, it only takes a click of a button in order to identify which of the parts companies manufacture are 3D printable, technically, but also economically. Let me now show you a couple of examples on how we have helped manufacturers reduce costs, lead time, and also expand manufacturing possibilities. This is an example from a very well-known manufacturer called Stanley Black & Decker. And what we see on the left is a machine that produces helicoils for the automotive and for the aerospace industries. So what Stanley Black & Decker did is to analyze through the Castor software an entire machine, and Castor identified the part you see on the right as an opportunity to 3D print instead of manufacturing with traditional methods. So that way, Stanley was able to save 50% of the cost per part. So from $120 that they used to pay to produce it, they got it at $60 through 3D printing, and they were able to get it at 9 days instead of 9 weeks. This is another example, and I think it's very interesting because it's from an engineering company in Israel called ITS. ITS did not have much experience in 3D printing, and through the software, they were able to identify this part as 3D printable and save $150 per part just by scanning different parts through the software without doing any design change to the parts. And I also talked about how 3D printing expands manufacturing possibilities. So one of the possibilities that our software identifies is how to consolidate different non-moving parts into one. This is an example from HP Cytex, a division of HP in Israel. Through the software, they were able to identify an assembly of more than 14 parts as an opportunity to consolidate, meaning 3D print in a consolidated manner all these parts, and this saved them $400 per part, majorly because of a reduced assembly time. I showed you how manufacturers have taken advantage of our software. This is an example of how a company that is an expert in 3D printing and provides 3D printing material has used the software. Evonik, one of the biggest chemical manufacturers in the world, has a tool developed by Castor in their software, which provides the visitors of their website and their prospective clients to assess the 3D printability of different parts. This way, it can be close to the market demand, but at the same time, also expand their business. So this is a little bit of what we do now, a little bit of who we are. Castor is based in Tel Aviv. It was established in 2017 by Omer Blyer. Omer used to work for a very big 3D printer manufacturer called Stratasys. And together with his longtime friend Elad Schiller, who used to work for several years developing software for Fortune 500 companies, they established Castor in order to help companies take advantage of the benefits of industrial 3D printing. At the moment, we have 7 Fortune 500 companies using the software, and it's a great pleasure to participate in the KGAP accelerator. Thanks to KGAP, we are already exploring use cases for the software with Temachi Industries, a company with long history in automotive, medical, and power generation fields. As I said, 3D printing can help automotive, it can help aerospace, it can help machine manufacturers to reduce cost, delivery time, and expand design possibilities. But I also showed you some kind of outsider examples like a brewery. So if you're from whatever industry you're in, you have a question or wondering whether this technology can help you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you very much for your attention, and it's a great pleasure to be here with all of you today.
Wonderful. Thank you, Angeliki, for that very interesting presentation. If you look over at the Q&A, you can see we have a question. How do you choose your 3D printing machine? Do you have all the data and on 3D printing machines and materials from all over the world?
That's a good question. So we have, I dare say, the majority of industrial grade 3D printing. I dare say, just out of precaution, I don't say all, but I say yes, we do have a wide spectrum of industrial 3D printing machines and also material, both plastics and metals. And this list is constantly expanded with new technologies. That's also the reason to use Castor. The technology is progressing very fast, and we are ahead of the curve, and we are able to inform manufacturers on what is the best combination of technology and material. Now, technically how this works is we analyze the parts from a structural geometric point of view, but also from a material point of view, and we find the best match to traditional manufacturing methods.
Okay, wonderful. Now I can see we have some other questions there. Unfortunately, our time is moving on. So I'd like to move to the next presenter. For those other questions, Angeliki, please take a look and you can reply.
I will directly reply there. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome our next speaker, Halo Company. Liran, over to you.
Yes, thank you, David. And thank you very much all for joining us today and for ATR for hosting us today. My name is Liran and I'm the VP of Business Development here at Halo. And we have also Ochida-san that is located in Tokyo that is also joining us today. So let's start. So Halo was established in 2017. It's an Israeli-based company, and the first office that we had outside of Israel is actually in Tokyo. We have by now more than 130 employees. Most of them are engineering level. In terms of funding, we raised a total of $88 million. And among our strategic investors, we have NEC, and that you are all familiar with. And we have also Ebeber, which is one of the leading industrial robotic in the industry. Well, what Halo actually provides, we develop an AI inference chip for edge devices. So it means that we have a dedicated chip to run a deep learning based application on the edge device, which is quite challenging versus the cloud. We are very much focused on vision-based application. You hear from time to time about deep learning, but we are focused on vision. Some of the tasks related to vision, you can see here, for example, pedestrian detection, ADAS-based application, all kind of security application, industrial. And also, unfortunately, due to the COVID-19, which affect all of us, there are some good aspects of that one from technology adoption. For example, more and more we see example of smart retail like the Amazon Go one, medical robots that you don't need real access to the patient, last mileage delivery, which is grow by several 100%, and also industrial robot, Industry 4.0. So the product that we develop is called the Halo 8. You can see here, very tiny one. And basically it's very powerful compared to available solution out there. It's 26 tera operation in 8-bit. The chip was developed internally from the ground, again, dedicated to running neural network. So one of the noticeable thing is the fact that we do not require external memory. It means that eventually the performance will be high and very low power consumption. And we also provide a software that actually helps the customer to develop and to convert their software to the Halo device. Here are some examples of high performance deep learning application that are already running in real time on the Halo 8. You can see here, this is a full HD. We are able to show and to run AI-based application on a higher resolution, multiple persons versus only one person, all kind of pedestrian detection from different area, and also traffic monitoring with a very high resolution. And again, everything is running on the Halo 8 device, either on a chip or AI module for fast integration. Compared to companies that, competitors, so we have, for example, NVIDIA, just as an example, there is a general GPU, CPU with 8 complementary memory. And you need to, in order to integrate, you need this large PCB and a large heatsink on that one. Halo 8, no memory, the correct aspect ratio of 50x15 better on the area side. If we compare benchmark of AI task, specific task like classification, Resonant 50, and apple-to-apple comparison, you can see here that the Xavier, this one is 32 TOPS, and as a reminder, the Halo 8 is 26. You can see that basically Halo 8 enabled to do the same task at 1.7, while NVIDIA is 32 watts. So this is a significant performance gap of X20 better on the power efficiency. And obviously, if we compare to any other NVIDIA-based solution, the Halo 8 is superior in terms of frame per second. And also, if we compare ourselves to other leading vendors in the market, such as Intel or Google, again, the Halo 8 provide a very significant performance gap on different task and resolution. Well, how do we achieve this one? Everything is due to the special architecture that we have, which is really unique compared to other solutions. So in a nutshell, how the flow works, we have a developer that actually developed the task using a neural network, and you can see here an example. In offline, using our SDK, the developer is able to see what are the tasks that related to each one of those layers, and this is actually the matrix that we have. This is a unique matrix inside the AI, which includes 3 components: control, memory, and compute. And in offline, we analyze the different layers, and then we map the network into the device. So you can see here the illustration. So what do we see here? We see that the network itself sits inside the chip end-to-end, doesn't need to go out like other solution. So in terms of power and latency, it's superior. Those elements that are not mapping to the device will not consume any power. It's very, very flexible solution. Different network will be mapped differently. So really a unique proposal. And from a software point of view, we have a really comprehensive SDK without any going into the detail, we enable the developer to convert their network, trained network, to actually a binary file that then is uploaded into the chip. In terms of the value proposition and the business proposal, we offer 3 components. Either the chip itself, which is 17 by 17 millimeter. This is the most effective and cost-effective solution. Or we are providing AI module like M.2 module or mini PCIe module that can be plugged into an existing solution, such as the collaboration that we did with Session2 in Japan and also Foxconn. We integrated in a very fast time to market this M.2 module into this box, which does not need any fan. So this is very important in different markets. And with a single Halo device, we are able to process, let's say, 20 cameras in a single Halo device. So this is quite significant. So my last slide is just let you know what are the areas that we are focusing, and we'll be happy to collaborate with companies in those areas like automotive. We are already engaged with some in the Japan market. Smart cities for different video analytics, smart retail, industry 4.0, and so on. So you are welcome to ask any questions right now and later on to contact me or Uchida-san. Thank you very much.
Liran, thank you so much. Do we have any questions? Yes, we have one question here. Have any of your products been used in, I guess, in an actual industrial application, or are they just pilots right now?
Well, they are being used in a pilot with several companies, also in Japan. Basically, the product was went to production by last year, end of last year. So we expect more product in the field during this year.
Great. Okay. I think we will move on to the next presenter. Thank you very much, Liran, for your great presentation.
There are 3 questions, so please pick up one.
Are you still fundraising?
Not actively, but if there is a strategic partner like NEC or EBB, we are definitely looking for that one, not a financial one, but it's a good question.
Okay. It's what we call a loaded question. Okay, let's move ahead to the next company. And I think we have DIA. DIA?
Yes, thank you very much, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here. Okay. All right, so DIA imaging analysis, we are basically leading today the AI analysis market for ultrasound procedures. And we are focusing, of course, on AI technology, combining 1 of deep learning, machine learning, and also advanced pattern recognition. We have today 7 FDA and CE approved products. We've been used over 20 countries in different medical centers and above 2,500 end users. As of today, we have 10 channel partners, and some of them, of course, are international global companies such as GE Healthcare, Konica, Eseota, and others. Our product is mostly focusing on cardiac analysis, so it's we saw a lot of interest for that, especially in the past year due to COVID-19. Our products are assisting dramatically to detect patients of COVID-19, but not only, of course, we're also very, very relevant for helping to do procedures for echo. As you can see here, we are doing everything by our automatic solutions or AI. If we look on the bottom line of the financial part, we save a lot of time for users of the ultrasound. Instead of doing visual estimation or manual editing and manual adjustments, we do everything automatically. We get the image of the ultrasound, and just by one click, we give the analysis, including the results, and it's of course been validated and been used globally. So it's a very, very good ROI tool, in addition to assisting for clinicians to get a better decisions and to do it quicker. And all of us today know that the hospital today, we need a lot of time, and this is something that we are missing because of high patients in the Honber. If I look on the KGAP Plus program, I was very honored to be part of it, and we were putting as a target to be able to reach out to potential manufacturers of ultrasound or manufacturers of PAC systems in Japan. And we were hoping to be able at the end to do some sort of a trial of proof of concept, which will lead eventually to a closing partnership agreement. In terms of activity, of course, with the assistance of KGAP Plus, they have reached out to companies, and eventually there was a very nice, successful meeting with Konica Minolta. So we were very happy to hear that, and based on that, we were also engaged with other companies with their assistance. If we look on our next steps in this market, so we are of course aiming to these large companies like Canon, Fuji, manufacturers of ultrasound and also IT systems. We are looking to do extension work in this year in the Japan area, hoping also to be travel abroad and meet these companies on site. And we also look for doing some activities in events, if not on site, then virtual. And we are also working to see how to expand our local work by using consultants or even some local employee to do some more work in this area. I would like to share with you also that our company, although with COVID-19, we still had a really good year. And we also finished a round of investment, which was really a high target for us. And we also signed with a very large strategic company that will be announced very soon. So in these terms, we are really in a good situation to expand our work. And we really believe that our solutions of AI software solutions in ultrasound procedures can truly assist the physicians in their day-to-day work in the medical centers. And again, especially in these days, which is really, really important. So that's about it from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tal. That was great.
Thank you.
Let's see if we have any questions. Looking over at the Q&A. Great.
It's coming.
Thank you. In addition to collaborations with manufacturers of diagnostic ultrasound systems, what other business development channels do you foresee?
Great question. So our model is business to business. However, our solution is also capable to work to end customers directly. So we are definitely looking also to do some partnerships directly with medical centers and hospitals, and even with capital organizations that gives health services. We can do that directly. We can install our software through host service, cloud service, but also on-premise in workstations. So it is possible to reach out to this market, of course, and it is also something very important for us, not only manufacturers.
Okay, great, thank you. Another question here, Tal. What organs are more appropriate for your analysis than others? What organs are most appropriate for your analysis?
Of course, we are focusing on the heart. This is our main solutions today. However, we also have automatic solutions for the bladder, urology, And by the end of this year, we will have solutions for the lungs. So anything that is related to pneumonia or everything that is related to any kind of infection in the lungs, which is also, by the way, very correlated to issues to the heart. So it goes together. We will have AI solutions for that as well.
Yes, a biological system, I think. Okay. Any other questions to come? No more? Okay, let's move on. Tal, that was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
And now we'd like to move to our last presentation from the group of companies in Israel. We have Real Vision. And if I'm not mistaken, it would be Yuval, is that right?
Yes, please.
Hey, Yuval, nice to see you. Over to you.
Hi, everybody. Konnichiwa. My name is Yuval Isbi. I'm a physicist and one of the founders of Real Vision, an Israeli startup focused on improving train safety. Safety challenges arise due to the train's large braking distance. Train driver ability to react to obstacles on the tracks is poor due to human visual limitations, especially at night and at poor light condition and poor weather. The solution is advanced driver assistance system based on cognitive vision. Forward-looking cameras installed on train locomotive optimized to the rail application function much better than the train driver, being able to detect threats from a larger distance. Thermal imaging at the infrared band, as in the right image, most suit for the rail scene and enables night vision. Here is a video demo with the Israeli rail company. We tested a few use cases of animals, falling cargo blocks, rocks, cars, pedestrians, and cyclists with distances up to 1,500 meters a day and night. Here you see a detection from a 1,500 meter of human. Real Vision technology is based on daylight sensor with IR sensor that improve coverage at all weather and light condition. Fusion of the visual and the thermal infrared video enable continuous view. The system employing sophisticated sensors and optics together with visual algorithm and supporting hardware and software. Artificial intelligence based on proper deep learning training enables automatic object identification and classification. Real Vision was founded in 2016 and now has 70 employees, from which 50 are focusing on research and development. Real Vision major strategic investor is Knorr-Bremse from Munich, Germany, the world leading manufacturer of braking system for trains. Real Vision core technologies are electro-optics, deep learning, and supporting software and hardware. Real Vision systems are applied to mainline trains, shunting yard locomotives, and light rail vehicle LRV. Real Vision electro-optics visual system is better for the train industry than the competitive technologies like LiDARs and radars, especially due to the large operational ranges. We offered a pilot with Japanese rail company in which Real Vision mainline system will be installed and perform as advanced driver assistance. Here is a video of our shunting yard system at the Swiss rail company SBB Cargo. Real Vision system enables shunting yard locomotive operation with remote control. One person operates the locomotive instead of two. A cognitive day and night vision system can show potential improvement of the efficiency and safety of the shunting yard operation. The system automatically detects switches, boxes, humans, braking shoes, and cars. A similar system is a pilot that we want to conduct with Japanese partner. We offer the full range of visual and thermal IR cognitive vision system from 5 meters to 2,000 meters. We bring digital solution to the train safety challenges. We can detect and classify any object and fulfill any requirement as long as it is geometrically within the eyesight. We would like to conduct a pilot in Japan with rail vision system installed on LRV, light rail vehicle, performing advanced driver assistance, especially as part of the smart city integrative vision. The program goals were to establish connection with Japanese major company and together conduct a pilot in Japan. We had several meetings with long-term mutual interest. We start promoting future activity and collaborating with one of Japan's major corporations. The program helped us to have a soft landing in Japan. We have learned a lot about the Japanese business and technological culture. The Japanese market is strategic for us, and we hope to be part of the Japan rail ecosystem in the future. It was a great honor and experience for Rail Vision and to me personally to be part of the KGAP Plus program. I would like to thank Nakajima-san, Maki-san, Sano-san, and the other mentors of the program for their efforts. I hope in the future the effort will be fruitful and we will have business in Japan. Thank you. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Yuval, thank you very much for your presentation. We have a question already. 2 questions coming up. So the first question, is it possible to apply the system to detect abnormalities by monitoring a wide area, including a certain location, such as a railroad crossing, instead of installing it on a train?
The question is yes, but we need to do some modification. Especially, it means that we need to train deep learning training of all these use cases. So it's not on our core business now, but if there is a business opportunity, we would like to hear about it and see how we can help to solve this problem. But basically, we can solve any cognitive vision problem by our solution. We have the sensor, we have the hardware, we have the software, we have the electronics, so we can accomplish any task and fulfill any requirement.
Got it. Okay. And the second question.
Please contact me if someone needs to elaborate.
I'm sure people will contact you. The second question, can your system detect traffic accidents and traffic jams in extreme weather conditions, such as heavy rain or heavy snow?
Yes, but it depends where we install the cameras, because if you install the cameras, static cameras on a highway, then we can train our system to to give alert in such cases and to detect all of this. But first we need the use case, and then we can train the system to see if there is a problem, and it needs this use case needs to be elaborated. But basically, yes, any cognitive vision task we can accomplish.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think that's all. Thank you very much for your presentation, and thanks to all of the presenters from Israel. Wonderful to see what's happening in innovation and entrepreneurship from Israel, and welcome to finishing batch 4. Now let's move further to the west and a little bit to the north, and we arrive in Finland. And our next presenter is from Sensible4.
Hello, everyone. So yeah, I guess I can go straight into the presentation then.
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, thank you. So hello, everyone. I am Tsuneki Kaiho. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I am the Business Development Director of Sensible4, and let me allow you to give a short presentation about us and what we've been doing. So we are Sensible4. We are a Finnish self-driving technology company developing full-stack autonomous driving. That's a mouthful for everything you need to drive autonomously. And our specialty is we can do that on any vehicle and in any weather environment. We just started in 2017, and we finished our Series A funding first round last year, February, and we are still going strong. Now, our products is simple, is we provide autonomous driving software in full stack, so everything you need in one package, or modules. So for OEMs and tier ones who may already have some of their things going on, and we can provide bits and pieces that you don't have. Now, up to this point, I'm sure you're thinking, okay, another autonomous startup. We've heard of all these other Waymos and Navias and whatnot. How are you different? Well, the straightforward answer is bad weather. Now, if you ever driven or let's say gotten onto a autonomous vehicle, there is a problem of bad weather, as in the autonomous vehicles of today are vastly unprepared for, let's say, heavy rain, fog, snow, and rapid change in environment. They will essentially stop working in those kind of environments, and that has been a major problem for AD vehicles to become mainstream or even used for business purposes. And that's really one of the blocking stones of becoming autonomous vehicles, becoming from pilots and nice fancy tests to actual really used applications. Well, what we bring to the market is that our autonomous vehicles and system can go through, well, finished snow, really. In our case, this is what it looks like outside our garage, and our autonomous vehicles essentially need to go through heavy, blizzards, and we've achieved that. And so our vehicles can essentially operate all season and pretty much anywhere. Now, our main sort of business model is we license our software to OEMs and tier ones and other companies who may need, let's say, autonomous software. Of course, we also provide our own bus, the Gacha that you saw, but our main business model is essentially an autonomous software provider. Now, one of the key examples of what we've been doing is the Ski Norway that's actually already started. If you're in Norway, if you're in Norway and you're near Ski, you can ride this. You can ride one of our autonomous vehicles that's been operated by Holo, and we're working with Toyota Motor Europe, which we have installed our system on Toyota's ProAce. And there's a route called 529 where you can essentially just hop on and take a ride. And this is essentially what it looks like. So it's very, cold and filled with snow, but our vehicles will go very smoothly and safely around the neighborhood as it's intended to. And we also have other various programs like this going on in the Nordics. Unfortunately, I don't have time to introduce them to them all, but you will see a lot of these more real, like you can ride them, you can use them every day, autonomous vehicles coming in the future. Which brings me to our Dawn application. Now, we will be launching our first commercial autonomous software in 2022. It's technically already there because Toyota Europe uses it, a lot of our other customers use it, but this will be our actual commercial version. It's best for last mile applications such as the vans, the buses, but not only that, but trucks, transportation, moving of goods. And of course, because it is Sensible4 software, it will work in all weather conditions up to 40 kilometers per hour. Now, of course, this is more a bit for investor stuff, but we have been profitable since day one. Essentially, we've never actually been in the red. We have always made revenue, and we've been doubling our revenue yearly, and hopefully we'll be reaching that $53 billion mark in 2025, where actually the autonomous market will essentially be $400 billion strong. And so we really, from here, try to strive to make that jump possible. Now, thanks to, it was an honor being part of the KGAP Plus program. And yes, the lessons learned were that Japan still remains a very strategically important market with its strong public transport. Through about 7 business meetings, we've learned, of course, that although there are some challenges in the sense that for AD, it's a heavy investment. So many companies are very reluctant to start things on their own. Thus, we need to also spearhead collaborations with multiple companies if we want to start something. And so we are still looking for partners to work with in Japan. And since I'm in Tokyo right now, a Japanese guy, we already have presence here. So we look forward to working with anybody in the audience if they're interested. And lastly, before I close up, we are doing our Series A round second closing. So if anybody is interested, please feel free to give me a call. So thank you very much. That was our short presentation.
Kyle, thanks very much. We have some questions here.
Please.
What is your core technology? Is it sensing? Is it a good vision system? Is it a control system? Where is your core line?
Our core line, I would say, is the best of the class positioning system or positioning technology, as well as a highly adaptive AI obstacle detection and avoidance system.
Okay. And the second question, why in particular are you strong in bad weather? What's your magic? Can you reveal a little of that?
The real magic, I could probably explain it maybe if I had 10 more minutes, but the simple version is that our positioning technology is vastly different than any other autonomous system. It looks at the world very differently in compared to, let's say, the standard point cloud method of all these other competitors we have.
Okay, good. So it's something inherent in your detection algorithm, which is making bad weather easy. Okay.
Yes, like I said, if I have 10 more minutes, I could show you more stuff, but that's the short answer.
Okay, well, I'm sure the person who asked the question can discuss with you later or visit your website and learn more.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that concludes our one company presentation from Finland. We're so happy to have a presenter from Finland. So that is the end of our presentations from batch 4 companies who've just completed our 3-month acceleration program. So thank you, everybody. Now, in order to learn a little about previous companies, we've invited the winners of batch 3. These were companies who were selected as the best of the batch. And this morning we had companies from Japan and from North America presenting. And this afternoon we have companies from Israel and India. And we're going to start with Big Things from India.
Thanks a lot.
Chandrika, if you'd like to come on.
I will actually take that forward, David. And thank you so much. Basically, Big Things is an artificial intelligence company focused on the fashion and retail industry and now foraying into fitness and gaming as well, for which Japan is an amazing market for us. In the fashion industry, the big problem that we're solving is around clothing returns. When people buy clothing online or in store, they end up returning it a lot of the time. And this cost retailers around the world over $1 trillion in losses last year. 84% of this clothing that gets returned is destroyed. So it's very, very bad for the environment as well. So at Big Things, what we do is we provide a set of solutions, starting with body scanning from smartphones. It uses 2 pictures with any smartphone to instantly calculate all of your body measurements precisely. You can use these for made-to-measure and tailor-made clothing, but more importantly, you can use them to find out exactly your size in any brand, in any product, anywhere in the world. Not just that, but instead of filtering by size, you can filter by fit, which means that you get the best fitting clothing for yourself, regardless of what the label size is. That means you can be wearing a large or a medium or a small, and it doesn't matter because it's always going to fit you really well once you get your recommendation. Taking this a bit forward, our other product creates virtual digital avatars of you, again with the same body scans as well as a picture of your face. Now, this is a replica of you that has your looks and your measurements. Our artificial intelligence also recreates clothing from 2D into 3D. instantly within a few seconds. So you can see this clothing on your own avatar. You can change the size up or down, and you can see how it moves and behaves when you move your avatar around. So when you buy, you know exactly how it's going to behave. Now, we've taken this technology out 3 times now to the New York Fashion Week, the last time just 1 week ago. And in September 2020, we did this fashion show where we digitized real people into digital models in a completely virtual world and showcased the designs from 10 different designers. We also deliver virtual showrooms, which is an interactive experience that sits on any website or web page. Instead of a flat, boring 2D website, you can have a 3D interactive experience that allows you to navigate, browse, interact with products, and decide what to buy. In the fashion industry, the value proposition that we deliver is a 70% reduction in returns for your clothing. Surprisingly, a 20% increase in order values, because when people are happier and sure about what they are buying, they actually end up spending more or buying more products. And when using 3D technology, such as virtual avatars or virtual showrooms, you actually end up getting up to 250% greater conversions. Now, this is all in addition to the human body data, which feeds back into the entire supply chain, helping fashion brands to design better to suit their target audience, and also improve production, manufacturing, and retail, so deriving tremendous benefits through the value chain. We focus on several segments, namely fashion brands, online and offline, workwear and uniforms such as factory, hospitality, military, police, etc., all sorts of customized clothing, export houses that need to design these kind of clothing, and luxury and bespoke, which need measurements to create the clothing for customers. Our business models are completely B2B, and it's all API-based SDKs that integrate in less than 1 day into existing apps or websites. Among the founders, me and Chandolika, we have between us corporate experience, 4 prior startups, and over 30 years of combined experience on the table. We have a team of 10 people and are advised by some of the world's leading minds in media, fashion, and technology. We were recently picked by Samsung Next as one of the world's top companies in the avatar synthesis space, and have won the world's biggest awards, as well as been featured in the world's leading publications. In Japan, we look forward to working with Japanese retail companies, as well as companies in fitness, healthcare, insurance, and gaming. We already have strategic partnerships and look forward to many more. Thank you.
Sivan, thanks so much. From Mumbai, I think you're in Mumbai today?
Bangalore, actually.
Bangalore. Okay, great. So we've had Pune and Bangalore today. Okay, so let's move to our next presenter. I think we have Tani from Sierra. Hi, Tani. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Please take over.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. So good morning for me. Good afternoon for some of you. I'm Tali Trebich. I'm the CTO and founder of Sierra. And we develop intelligent vision products and solutions for the blue economy. Now, the blue economy is huge and diverse with varied industries such as aquaculture, shipping, oil and gas, underwater robotics. They all involve underwater operations that require cameras and depend on good underwater visibility so the operator could see well. And for example, ship hull inspection is done visually, inspection of oil, gas, and pipelines, and so on. But as I think all of you know and probably experienced, underwater, usually the visibility is very poor. So any diver or camera submerged underwater has trouble performing and analyzing the visual data. especially manually and also by AI and computer vision solutions. So this is a major problem that costs a lot of money. For example, one of the biggest challenges for fish farms is fish diseases and contamination. And when you don't see well what's going on, think you're growing fish that are worth a significant amount of money without knowing what's going on with them. This causes losses of over $6 billion a year due to fish diseases. What we do is we solve this visibility problem, and we aim to produce videos and images as if there is no water between the scene and the cameras. So what you see here is an example on the left of original footage, and on the right is footage enhanced by us. We improve both the visibility range and the contrast in the colors of the objects, such that the output can be used either for manual inspections or for AI algorithms. So with our product, you see better underwater, higher level of details, an increased range, and better vivid colors. Our solution is a software product, and our algorithm does not depend on the hardware or the location. So we are compatible for any underwater camera, and we do not need any external hardware, sensors, or so on. The product is a plug and play. You can either process a video that is already saved or connect to a streaming camera and in real time see the enhanced output. We worked at any depth, at any location, as I said, without needing any prior knowledge. And our go-to market strategy, we began sales and with distributors and large companies. We also looked through the path of OEM through partnerships with companies producing marine technologies, and the software is sold as a yearly subscription per camera. So far we already started the sales. We have a contract with a big aquaculture company in Israel. We are actually about to sign a distribution agreement with a company in Japan, thanks to KGAP, so thanks a lot for this program. It's not signed yet, so I'm not supposed to say the company name, but it's a big one. And we already started pilots with several companies around the world. And that's all. I'm open for questions.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tali. Really good to see you. I remember your presentation from last year when you were just starting out in batch 3. So great to see you completing the program.
And thanks a lot. It really helped us, as I said.
Great. Okay, our next winner from batch 3. This is going to be Ethereal Machines. Are you there?
Yeah, Sumit.
Hi.
Hey, Sumit, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. How are you?
Very well. I'll hand over the microphone to you.
Sorry, you're not audible to me. Hello.
Okay, you can start.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sumit Patil. I head the operations in Ethereal Machines. So what is Ethereal Machines? Ethereal is a deep tech startup. We're into manufacturing of 5-axis CNC machines. And we've been doing these machines from past 5 years. But prior to that, we used to make CNC routers for applications for machining carbon fiber, glass fibers, granite stones, woods. So basically for any component that has aesthetic features and you want to machine that apart from humans, human interaction, that's where we used to serve. Post that, after seeing and witnessing a lot of shortcomings in 5-axis machining industry, we pivoted towards 5-axis machines when we started making these machines. And we believe with these machines that we can remold the world of manufacturing. And I think we can create there's huge potential for us to create large scale impact, which also drives our mission to create more entrepreneurs. So before we dive into what kind of solutions we develop and what kind of problems are we addressing, I'll just quickly run you through what is 5-axis machines. So basically a 5-axis machine is similar to any other CNC machines out there, which is that X, Y, and Z axis, which is called 3-axis. In addition to that, there's 2 more additional axes, that is A and C axis, whereas A axis is tilting and C axis is rotating. So any machine that operates on all the 5 axes together, it's called simultaneous 5-axis. So this is the kind of machine that we manufacture and we build. So what are the shortcomings in the industries? Obviously, these machines are already being built by Japanese giants, and what kind of shortcomings have we witnessed? And to talk about that, the problem that we witnessed is these machines are enormous in size. They're huge. They occupy a huge amount of space, and the ratio of the footprint to the machining volume is high. Since these machines are very big and they require high-skilled laborers to operate, and the maintenance cost by default is high. And all of this is packed together at a price which is very expensive, and it is very affordable for only manufacturers who cater to aerospace and defense or the tier 1 suppliers there. So in order to mitigate all these problems and address the tier 2, tier 3 suppliers for aerospace and defense, we came up with 2 different products. One is called Ethereal Halo. Another one is called Ethereal Pentagram. So Halo is a very compact 5-axis CNC machine, which is specifically designed and built for manufacturing of non-ferrous materials. And the Pentagram is specifically designed and built for manufacturing ferrous materials. And these specific products are catering to particular industries, whereas, like example, like Halo is specifically designed and built for applications in medical implants or jewelry or dental, and whereas Pentagram is specifically catering to aerospace, defense, manufacturing, landing gears, manufacturing of driving flaps, and so on and so forth. So talking about our flagship product, for which we have won Best of Innovations Award in CES. Talking about its capabilities, in terms of capabilities, the machine is capable of doing multiple operations, that is simultaneous 5, as I mentioned earlier. Apart from simultaneous 5, we can also do something like 3+2, 4+1. There are multiple operations, multiple capabilities, looking at your components, looking at the requirements for particular components. And this machine can be used to manufacture components made out of non-ferrous materials, specific to materials like aluminum, copper, and brass. In non-metal, we can machine wood, wax, rubber, and foam. And engineering plastics, all the plastics can be machined. So any industries working with these materials is our target market. I'm talking about a target market. These machines are usually used in medical industries to manufacture cranial implants. If someone has gone through, unfortunately, if he's gone through some kind of an accident wherein they have to replace a skull or some part of a skull, these machines can be used to manufacture those parts. And apart from it, you can also manufacture teeth and denture. And in the plastic industries, these machines can be used to make components out of PEEK, which is usually used in the medical industries, and in micro machining, again, starting from anything that is related to optical watches, or something like an electrode, which is used for die and mold application. So this is a very, very niche industry, very niche product, catering to a niche market, basically. And talking about basic features about these machines, again, it's a 5-axis simultaneous operation machine, and this machine has a very simplified UI, wherein the controllers are designed specifically keeping in mind that it has to be user friendly for a diploma holder to run these machines. Whereas this machine also comes with multiple materials. You can machine multiple materials using multiple tools. On your left-hand side, on your right-hand side, you'll be able to see a couple of a video running when the tool's changing. So this is the automatic tool changer, which helps us to run the machines 24/7. Likewise, I hope everyone is aware that entering into Japan is not easy. It's very difficult. And indoors into Japan was impossible for us without Kiana being here, because developing a trust factor between the buyer and the seller is very essential for any business. And Kiana and specific to Nakajima-san, who helped us out in each and every process, It was more of a hand-holding program for us from the day one, wherein building trust is very important for us, because once the trust was built, it was very easy for us to venture into Japan with a couple of components and develop that business relationship. And kudos to KGAP for organizing such accelerator program, and we're very happy with this program for that. And the program also helped us, developing and connecting with us with the right person. And the partners there in Japan, the company is called Goodwood Kyoto, who is basically our sales distribution service partner. So if you want to reach out to our partners, please go ahead and just reach out and understand what kind of products we do. And if you guys are interested, please talk to them, understand if the solutions that we develop are very suited for your applications. And just a proof of concept, the partner was interested in knowing if the machines can do some profiles, and meeting the right dimensions and accuracy that they're keeping in the mind. And they also wanted to reduce the cycle time and utilize all the 5 axes. We proved all of these parameters to the customer, and he was very happy with it. And just to conclude, just to bring you back on the machines front, Halo, we usually say that Halo is very easy to use compared to any of the 5-axis machines. The advantage here in Halo is it's small in size. It is compatible with all CAD and CAM softwares. And the machine is a single-phase machine, so it is a plug-and-play kind of a setup. And since the machines are small in size, the maintenance cost is low and the power consumption is low. And in terms of industrial collaborations that we're looking for right now throughout the globe, not only specific to Japan, but we also look forward for anyone who's interested in connecting us with industries who are catering to aerospace, mobile, automobile, or probably telephone, electronics, and all of these industries as mentioned in the pitch. With that said, I would like to thank KGAP for giving us this opportunity. And thank you, Nakajima-san. I'm sure he's not here today, but thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sumit. That concludes our sharing of the batch 3 winners from India and Israel. Wonderful to see. And I think, Maki, that concludes our presentations altogether for the startups today.
Yeah, batch 3 companies still KGAP Plus family. So if anybody want to connect them and collaborate with them, please contact ATL Business Development Office anytime. Yeah, of course, and also batch 4 companies. All right. At the end, please welcome Mr. Hiroyuki Nemoto, Director General of the Kansai Hokuriku JETRO, and also Director General of JETRO Osaka.
Hi. Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Hiroyuki Nemoto. I'm Director General of JETRO. もういいですよ。JETRO 大阪ヘッドクォーターズ。これでいいの？ちょっと待って。Sorryな。Hi. And so thank you very much for joining our KGAP Plus Batch 4 Demo Day today. So I strongly believe that this event will contribute to the great success of your business with Japan. So let me introduce JETRO first. JETRO is a non-profit Japanese government organization, and our task is to promote trade and investment between Japan and the other countries. We have more than 50 offices in Japan and 76 overseas offices in 55 foreign countries. Taking advantage of these local and global networks, we promote the business between Japan and foreign countries. So now, as for the KGAP Batch 4, so we JETRO co-organized this event under the name of the Regional Business Conference. We understand that the KGAP Plus is an acceleration program for Japanese and the foreign startups. And this year, we co-organized this event for the purpose of having more and more foreign startups come to Japan, especially focusing on Osaka, Kyoto, and Kobe, Hyogo. So we call this area Keihanshin region. So in this connection, we are now working on that, editing the video, focusing on the Keihanshin region. So which introduces the attractiveness of these areas. So now, once we complete this video, please try to check it. And we'd like to introduce some of our commitment for the KGAP Batch 4 Demo Day. So we monitored, as the PowerPoint says, that we monitored 10 foreign startups for POC matching with Japanese potential counterparts. And also, we hope that some of that companies will have some success case, so under our commitment. And also, in cooperation with the ATR and the Keihanshin Research Complex, we newly set up the KGAP Prize at the HAC Osaka. HAC Osaka was held yesterday. We co-hosted that event as well. That was the Innovation International Conference. And we had given it to the Oisit company, that's Israel, to KGAP Prize yesterday, and we believe that the Oisit company will be eligible for the next KGAP Plus Batch 4. And other than that, I mentioned the services. We JETRO provide several services to promote investment from foreign countries to Japan. That one is that IBSC. IBSC is the Investment Japan Business Support Center, which provides you free consultation services and the free office spaces. Foreign startups and companies would like to enter the Japanese market can use our free offices for up to 2 months, and also you can get the free consultation services such as the registration or the legal procedures. And also based on the IBSC, you can develop your business strategies in Japan and with our professional advisors' advice. And the other one is J-Bridge. You can, after that, KGAP Batch 4. So all of you use that, our J-Bridge. You can use the J-Bridge as a follow-up of the KGAP Plus Batch 4, Batch 3. And the J-Bridge, you can get that kind of the service for the matching with the Japanese potential companies, and the information on that international collaboration. So as for the details, please contact our website. So as I mentioned at my opening remarks, JETRO has a lot of the networks in Japan and over the world. Taking advantage of that local and global network, we are determined to promote business between Japan and foreign countries, foreign startups. So we are looking forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your kind remarks, Demoto-san. Yeah, this was a great support must help startups in the Kansai area, as well as the whole Japan and all over the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, could you please finish the screen sharing, please? Thank you very much. All right, David, it's finishing.
It's been a long day, Maki. We got through it. What a wonderful day. It actually,
what a wonderful day. Yeah, well, that's all for session 2 and the whole program. Our startups are graduating KGAP Plus program today. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. But their journey goes on. So we keep supporting them and boosting up our collaboration between the startups and the Japanese companies or organizations. So let's work together in the future. Okay, thank you very much for joining the today's program. Yeah, we will see you soon. Thank
We'll
you.
be back.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.